Now check this out.
This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
How weird to be here on what is a public holiday for most people. We are here in Sydney, Jack, aren't we? Loving it.
We're coming at you live.
Yeah, it's really exciting to be out and about in this beautiful, sparkly city.
And such a treat for us, given in Melbourne, we had been experiencing a lot of just cold, cloudy days.
Correct.
And in Sydney, the sun is shining.
I mean, we can't believe it. We're such classic south of the border imports.
We are.
We're just walking around going, can you believe the weather? Can you believe the weather?
I've never seen the sun.
Of course, listeners in Brisbane are like, what are you talking about? It's always gorgeous. It's always gorgeous. And you are at work in Brisbane today. You don't get the public holiday, and either do you. WA, I don't have to tell you that. But give us a call. Say g'day. I've got a sack full of Priceline vouchers to give you. And the question for today is, how are you celebrating the long weekend if you've got one? If you don't have one, call us up and tell us to shut up.
The Chrissy Swan Show. Say g'day.
Yeah, how are you celebrating your public holiday? If you have one. If you don't, just tell us what you're doing today. I had a pedicure, and can I tell you, my toes... I showed my friend Abby at a photo shoot recently. I said, do not look at my toes. I'm never this slack. They're disgusting.
When you say that to someone, though, it's the first thing you go and do.
Yes, I know, but I just wanted to acknowledge them because they were so hobbity, right? And she looked down at them, and we love each other, and we're always trying to build each other up and be kind. And she said, the left big toe is alarming, I'm not going to lie. Okay, so I'm very thrilled that I was able to get in today and get them done.
They're fixed.
Yes. How about you? How are you celebrating your alleged day off, Jack?
Well, I feel like I celebrated hard enough Friday night.
I think you did
So
too.
Sydney really got a taste of me.
You looked like a ghoul on Saturday morning, but, you know, that's all part of it. Who have we got? Tamara, how are you celebrating?
We just got back from a trip away with about 6 or 8 other families. We go camping every year.
Oh,
Tamara, my condolences.
why?
It's in like a school camp, like a school hall. We all have cabins, so it's not too rural. But we are now outnumbered by our children.
How far and how hard is it to get a strong flat white?
No, that's not that far. The mums sneak off for a cheeky coffee on Saturday. It's only like 10 minutes down the road.
Okay, so maybe I could do it. I love it. There's a Priceline voucher for you. It's a shame you didn't win that earlier because you could have had, you know, those heat little
snap
packs. You could put them in your pocket. Absolutely, Tamara. That sounds like fun. James,
No,
how
don't lie. That does not sound like fun.
if you can get a coffee and it's not in a tent, that's all right.
But so you'd still camp?
Other people's children, I'm not interested in. James, what did you do?
Well, we've been at home sick. Me, my wife, and my daughter, we kind of have COVID symptoms, so we've just been watching Reacher because we watched Fast 10 last week. So we saw Alan and we saw Reacher.
Sounds really grim.
James, you sound like something from a Peanuts cartoon, like just everything is hard and sad.
Yeah, I'm in pain.
Oh, you poor darling.
I'm in pain.
Listen, I'm going to give you this Priceline pharmacy voucher, but I don't think you're allowed out in public with COVID symptoms. But I tell you what, a bit of Vapor Rub works wonders. Thank you so much for calling, and I hope you get better soon.
Kathy, lift our spirits. What did you do on the weekend?
What did you do?
I went to visit. I'm a bit of a visit junkie, so I've been twice this year.
Yeah, it's so beautiful, isn't it?
It is. And I got a pedicure too, Chrissy. I got mine yesterday because they were looking a bit hobbity.
I mean, what is more embarrassing? Fronting up for a pap smear or showing a complete stranger your disgusting hobbity feet?
I think it's the feet because with the pap smear, you're in the confidence of the doctor's room. So
Yeah.
It's one-on-one.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I'm going to go with the feet. It's so humiliating.
And the doctors are sort of paid and like they know what they're getting into with doing the pap smear, whereas a pedicure lady or man,
imagine the feet that they've seen.
They don't know what's happening.
Dear God. Priceline pharmacy voucher for you, Kath. Thank you so much for calling. Natasha, let's finish with you, my darling, all the way from Barbie Island. What did you do?
What didn't I do? Okay, I had a day off. It isn't a public holiday here on Barbie Island. Yes. The weather's beautiful, and I decided to go get my stupid booby scans because that's just that time of life where all that crap happens.
Yes.
And spent 40 minutes in that amazing machine.
Now, Natasha, do you have big boobs?
No, I don't, which is so annoying because why do I have to go through this shiz and nizzle?
Well, look, big boobs and little boobs are both in danger of getting lumps, so it's not about
We
that.
need a sticker for a car that says that.
See,
hey.
I've got quite big boobs, and when I go and get mine, scanned, I look down, it looks like a tortilla. It looks like
Mine looks like an omelette.
Hey, Natasha, have you been to bed this weekend?
Oh, no, not yet. And guess what, Chrissy?
What, Tasha?
You know how you were in Big Brother?
Yeah, I do know that. A long time ago, but yes.
Yeah, well, I was a crash test dummy for your Friday night games in the back corridors so you guys didn't get hurt when you played your Friday night game.
Oh, well, you could have told me I was going to dislocate my knee. Thanks, Natasha. Bye.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Who doesn't love paying less for their favourite beauty brands? Love paying less for glowing skin or love paying less for feeling better? Find great prices on everything you love only at Priceline Pharmacy.
Shop in store or online at priceline.com.au.
Herbert Adams pies are the gourmet for the everyday. Find them from the supermarket freezer aisle or at your local service station.
Wait a minute.
Chrissy Swans.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Not going to lie, it feels like a tradition that every time we play this competition, we are chowing down on a warm Herbert Adams product, and today is no exception.
Because in Sydney, Swanee, something we don't have in the Melbourne office,
Yeah.
there's a pie warmer.
Correct. And I got in very early and did it perfectly for you.
You did. Thank you so much.
Michelle, come in, Spinner. How are you, my love?
Hi, good guys. How
So
are you?
you're in Queensland. It's not a public holiday there, is it?
No, my dad just said this morning that it was everywhere else. I had no idea.
No. Well, we're in at work, and so are you. So good on us. Let's get you this amazing prize. All right, we're talking $500 cash from Herbert Adams Pies. Let's go. I've got 5 clues here about a particular celebrity, but for each incorrect guess you make, Michelle, I will be snatching away $100. All right.
Got 5 seconds to guess after each clue.
It's brutal. Let's go. I've started my career acting as a child, but I rose to fame as a singer in the 90s with a band and then solo. Well, with a group, I should say, and then solo. Have a crack. Anyone?
Boy George.
No, but I really appreciate that guess.
All right, clue number 2 for $400. My voice has gone.
I know. I'm so sorry about your throat. I was part of the Disney Channel's Mickey Mouse Club alongside Britney Spears.
Justin Timberlake.
For $400, you have smashed that, Michelle.
Good
well
on you,
done.
Michelle.
Thank you so much.
$400. It's so exciting that you face smashed, and we got some little beeps. They went out too, didn't they?
Yeah, Justin and Britt.
Yeah.
Wow. Imagine if they had have stayed together.
And I know. Hasn't life turned out differently for the two of them? And do you remember that cool clip for Cry Me a River? And it was very clearly Britney Spears.
Yeah. Yeah.
I loved it.
He must look back and just think, wow, my life went in the right
Dodged a
direction.
bullet. Thank you so much for playing with us, Michelle. Enjoy your working day. I'm sure somewhere during the year you get one back when everyone else is working. Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Yeah,
All
thank
right.
you, guys.
That was Who Am I? And a little face smash there at the end. Thanks to Herbert Adams Pies.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Can we pay your bills?
Nova's Pay Your Bills.
Yes. In honour of you, Sian, who's in Perth, we're gonna chat to you because you're working today like us, unlike everyone else in this goddamn country.
Yes, I am. I'm always working.
I know, me too, Sian. What is that about?
I do not know. I've got little kids, so it's all I do. It's all for them.
All right. Now, you have contacted us via the Nova Player app because you want us to pay your bills. What bill is it and how much for?
Oh, my goodness. So I've got lots of bills at the moment, but the biggest one is my daughter is starting a new high school next term and we're having to move a long way away. And so it's her enrolment fee. I've already paid one this year. And I've got to pay another big one, and it's about $700.
Well, this sounds very noble, and we are going to pay that bill for you, Sian. No
Oh
worries.
my gosh, no way. Oh my
Yes.
gosh, thank you so much. That has literally helped so much. I'm going to cry.
How exciting. How old is your daughter?
She's 12,
Oh,
and then I've got a
okay.
9-year-old as well, and I'm a single mama, so it's so difficult.
Oh, my God, you are killer. I know that this is, like, probably not allowed, but I'm sending you a Priceline voucher as well because
How
you
good.
deserve
Oh my
it.
gosh, thank you so much. I can't believe this is happening.
Well, it
I
is
listen to
happening.
you every single day on my way to pick them up from school, and I appreciate it so much.
Oh, God, I love you. Every time I meet someone like you on air, I just want to come over for a cup of tea, but I'm not allowed. Instead, we're going to give you
I would love
$700.
that.
We're going to give you $700 for this enrolment and a Priceline voucher to spend all on yourself, Sian. Thank
Oh my
you so
God,
much.
I can't believe it. Thank you so much.
All right, get back to work. Get back to work, and so will we, Jack.
Yeah, exactly. If you want your bill paid just like Sian, all you got to do is head to the Nova Player and register your details there.
Beautiful.
The Chrissy Swan Show. Chrissy's Clickbait.
Well, that's just made my day talking to Sian.
I know, how not? What a bubbly human
I
being
know,
as well.
how gorgeous. And at work. Now, I'll tell you who else is at work, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. This is a sort of cranky celebrity edition of Clickbait.
Okay.
Ben Affleck and Matt Damon have shut down Donald Trump for using a clip from their film Air in a fundraising video. Have you seen Air yet?
I haven't. I really wanted to see it, but I feel like I've said that about all movies after COVID, and I never end up going
I
to the
know.
cinema.
I sound so up myself and progressive because I'm like, yeah, you would like Air. I've seen it. It's literally the only film I've seen in the last
Right.
3 years, and it was fabulous. You would like it.
Trump's got form in doing this, though.
He does. Didn't he use a song from
Yeah.
someone as well?
Yep.
And they went, I'm sorry, no.
I did not endorse this.
Do not do that. Yeah, I mean, look, I could go into the details, but that's all you need to know. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon have said no to Donald Trump, and Kevin Federline has come out in defence of his ex, Britney Spears. What a mess that whole thing is. Earlier on this weekend, an article came out in one of those gross trash online sites,
The Daily Fail.
the Daily Mail, saying that Kevin Federline, who is Britney's ex, and her kids were worried that she was on crystal meth.
What an allegation to write about.
Oh, it's massive. And it was sort of framed as, Kevin Federline and his son have told us this in confidence. Kevin Federline's come out and said, I said nothing of the sort. Yes, we've had the journalists in our house in March.
Right.
But that trust has been utterly broken, and we never said that about Britney.
And what's scary about that as well, that's something like I believed it. It could be in the realm of truth given her social media antics. So I think that's where it's so dangerous is a journo writing something like that about Britney. People will believe it.
I
So I
agree.
kind of get why K-Fed got so angry about it.
I mean, you just can't believe anything you read in
True.
those. I mean, that is really the case with those websites.
Unless it says Chrissy Swan is too posh to push.
Which is absolutely
True.
true. Absolutely true.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Oh, yeah. It almost feels like a Friday, but it's a Monday. It is a holiday for some of us, and it's not a holiday for others. Where do
Yeah.
we fit in that? Because we're not really working.
It doesn't feel like work.
No, it never does. So I feel like we're cheating. We are, look, technically, we are at work. You're listening to us. I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. I think it's time for Chrissy's Quizzy.
It sure is.
13
24
24
10.
10. Hey, look at us saying the same thing at the same time.
We've been living together 5 days and we're already finishing one another's sentences.
Full disclosure, Jack, what am I like to live with? Honestly.
You're
you
good.
can't offend me.
But you're like my housemate Kontos at home.
Yeah.
I'm just a tidy, neat freak and I enjoy that.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing.
So what you're saying is I'm good to live with, but I'm a mess.
but you're not that much of a mess in the shared living space.
I'm really trying so hard.
Well, you're doing a good job, but
Thank you.
but you're doing all the cooking and you're doing all the stuff. So it works and is only fair that I then tidy up.
But I cleaned up last night after dinner.
Not to the Jack Charles standard.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
She's got the curly questions and the cash to give away. Hit the Nova Win page for your chance to play Chrissy's Quizzy. Thanks to McCain Pub Style Chips.
Yes, indeed. McCain Pub Style Chips. Maybe that's on the menu for us tonight.
In those two songs, you and I were just discussing what the hell do we have tonight?
What are we going to... And then everything's kind of closed because most places are public holiday.
Yeah.
Let's just go with the
Hot
no-brainer.
chips.
Hot chips. We have got Jacinta on the line. Hello, Jacinta.
Hi, Chrissy.
How are you,
Hi, Jack.
beautiful?
Hey, Jacinta.
I'm good. How are you?
Are you enjoying your day off today, Jacinta?
Oh, not a day off, Chrissy. Just finished work.
Oh, okay. Us too. Millie, you're in
Yeah.
Queensland. You work today, or what's the deal with you?
No, just doing mum stuff.
Oh, nice. That's the hardest job in the world, Millie. The hardest job. All right, now I do have all this cash thanks to McCain's and, you know, vouchers to spend on chips and stuff, but I mean, you can't get away from the real prize, which is the money can't buy bum bag. Chrissy Swan Show bum bag. And I wish that you could both have it, but we don't have enough, and also they're mainly broken. All right, so here's how it works. Your names are your buzzers, ladies. It's the best of 5, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game and will walk away with the loot. All right, question number 1. 33 years ago today, Mariah Carey released her self-titled debut album, and weren't we all in love with her? Name this song off the album. Yes.
And it was all that
Sing it, Mimi.
I had a vision of love.
Ooh. All that you've given me. Ooh. I realized
Look at the hip thrusting.
Huh?
The hip thrusting is impressive. Jacinta or Millie, your names are your buzzers. Do we have an answer?
I have no idea.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know the song, but I don't know what it's called.
Oh,
so
guys.
Can I tell you, I had so many versions of me singing that song into my tape recorder because I really fancied myself as a bit of a singer 33 years ago. It was, of course, The Great Vision of Love.
Which it says at the start of the grab.
Yes. Vision of love.
Anyway.
And it was all that you've given
All right, Swatty,
to
back to the
me.
quiz. Question number 2, 0 all.
Okay. Oh, my God. I'm exhausted from that. Question number 2. Vodka, espresso coffee, and a Kahlua are the ingredients for what cocktail
Millie.
which will stuff
Jacinta.
you? Yes, Millie.
Espresso martini.
Yes. And aren't they a good idea at 11 p.m. on a Friday night?
They're fantastic.
Question number 3. Today, the Big Freeze takes place at the MCG. It's just finished, I reckon, to raise money for MND. Several celebrities will dress up and go down a what?
Jacinta.
Yes, Jacinta?
Slide.
Yes, it was a slide. Eric Banner did it.
I know, what a good name to get. All right, 1 all.
Question number 4. What does OAM stand for?
Millie,
Yes, Millie.
Order of Australia medal or member?
Yes,
I'm
I
going to
think
give
that's
it to you.
right.
It's
yeah.
Medal of the Order, but we'll give that to you.
But how can OAM stand for
I
Medal
know.
of the Order?
I know, it's just the government website.
That sucks. You
All
get
right,
it.
2 points to Millie, 1 to Jacinta. Millie, this is for the win. Jacinta, you can still
Just
come
making
back.
up our own rules now. When cooking pasta al dente, do I cook it for a longer or shorter amount of time?
Millie, Jacinta.
Yes, Millie?
Shorter.
Correct!
Yeah.
And it's Italian for to the tooth, so you just got to have a little bit of resistance in there.
Do you have your pasta al dente?
Look, I'd like to, but I always overcook it. Always.
Me too. Mine
Yes,
always soft.
I know. Well, I made pasta for you last night. Was it al dente, Jack?
No, but that's okay. I like both. But I'm like you, I can never cook it correctly.
Can
to be
never
al
cook it
dente
properly.
anyway.
My kids go, it's raw in the middle.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
So pumped for Lizzo. Next month.
You still don't have tickets,
I
though.
know. What's going on there? Like, obviously I have to be there. It's Lizzo.
I know, it's apparently impossible, though.
What do you think of Chelsea Handler? Y/N, Jack?
Big Y until I watched her most recent special on Netflix.
Right. She's
But I-
turned a bit cranky, hasn't she?
Yeah, a bit of like low-key man-hater.
Yeah, I used to love her stuff, but I have found her a little bit confronting and cranky lately. But I've read all her books and what is it? Are You There? Vodka, It's Me, Chelsea or something. I mean, I've read everything.
And that late-night show she used to have on E! Chelsea Lately, I love.
Chelsea Lately was life-changing. And she's still got some important stuff to say, but she's just got to soften it up a bit, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's come out and said that she can identify the exact moment that she knew that a relationship that she was in was over. And 13-24-10, I know that most of you will have had this experience where you're with someone very happily and then boom, all of a sudden you go, oh, that's it. It's over.
It's done.
It's because of this that I can no longer see a future with you. It happens all the time. Of course, Jack, you wouldn't know because you've never had a relationship. You've never been foolish or smart enough to endeavour into that. But it is absolutely a moment. Anyway, Chelsea has sat down with your mate,
Andy Cohen,
and said this.
I've slept with a woman,
You have?
but I haven't dated a woman, no. It was like a threesome. Yeah.
Did you do it to please the man you were dating at the
No,
time?
I was very turned on by this woman. I ended up hooking up with her several times without the guy
Really?
that I was dating. Yes.
Wow.
That's when I knew it was time to break up with the guy.
That's when she knew.
A threesome.
That's when she knew. You know, I broke up with someone many, many years ago, and I remember the moment absolutely clearly. We'd been together for like 8 years.
Yeah.
We were still quite young, maybe like late 20s, and we were watching a documentary on childbirth. You know, there was like I can't think of what it was called, but it was like following couples having babies as a doco.
Right.
And I remember watching this woman squeezing a baby out, and just it was so traumatic. And, you know, it's fascinating for women to watch it happening when they've never done it. And you're just like, is my body going to be able to do that? Like, it's just,
like incredible.
It's incredible and scary and all of that. And I was looking at the men on the documentary, and I looked to my right, and I looked at my then boyfriend, and in my head I heard the words, Chrissy, you're not doing that with him.
Really?
Yeah. And that was the moment I knew that I had to somehow get out of this.
And how long did it take you for you to then have the conversation with him and sit down and tell him?
Look, I reacted very, very badly, and I left in a way that I'm not proud of, but we all do things in our 20s that we regret. And I'm friends with him now. We're very, very great friends.
How did you leave? I want to go back to that. What weren't you proud of?
Well, I just I said the words, I communicated it, but we were living overseas, and it was like a really big deal. And
oh yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow. Overseas.
Yeah. And in the end, I said, I'm going home. Like, I fled the scene, basically. I'm going back to Australia. And I did that. I was escaping. I mean, it was very immature. And I remember he was very upset with me for a very long time.
I kind of love it. I love the drama of it.
It was absolutely the drama.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Chelsea Handler's come out and said that she realised when she was more interested in a woman, a masseuse, that she'd hooked up with her husband, with her boyfriend. She was more interested in her than she was with the boyfriend. She knew that it was over.
I've slept with a woman, but I haven't dated a woman, no. It was like a threesome. Yeah.
Did you do it to please the man you were dating at the
No,
time?
I was very turned on by this woman. I ended up hooking up with her several times without the guy
Really?
that I was dating. Yes.
Wow.
That's when I knew it was time to break up with the guy.
Right.
I've heard this a lot from women, and as I've only ever been a woman, you know, it has absolutely happened to me. I wonder if it happens to guys too, when they just go, oh, that's it. Oh, well.
Surely.
Yeah, I don't
Weirdly,
know.
we've only had calls from females, though.
Exactly. Justine, when did you know that it was over? The exact moment.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Justine.
Hi. I'd been dating someone for about 2.5 years, and we were going out one Friday night, and he came to pick me up, and he was wearing jeans with red Crocs. So all I needed to do, I just looked at him, and I looked at the Crocs, and I just thought, there's no way.
Justine, that's deeply judgmental and mean.
And correct, though, Justine.
Yeah,
I'm on your
correct.
side.
See, I don't have a problem with Crocs.
Nah, you're an adult, man. Unless you're a chef.
Yeah.
I know Crocs have come back into fashion, but can I offer another solution? A Birkenstock. A nice Birkenstock for an adult, not a Croc.
Yeah. And not on a night out with a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
Justine, I love it. You are going to die on this hill. Have we got a Priceline
We sure
pharmacy
do.
voucher? There you go, Justine. They don't sell Crocs there, just FYI. Gabby, when did you know it was over?
Hey guys, so I was 19. I'd been with my partner for about 2.5 years at that point. We were actually engaged, but it was a beautiful sunny Saturday afternoon, and I'm sitting there in the living room watching him watching sport. And if it wasn't soccer, it was cricket. If it wasn't cricket, it was wrestling. And I thought, I've got my whole life ahead of me. Is this what it's going to be? And that was the point I knew I had to break up with him.
Gabby, 100% endorsed. That sounds like fresh hell.
Also, quite a mature choice for a 19-year-old, Gabby. Like, good on you for calling it then at that age.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And the best thing is I did find someone who's as adventurous as me. Every weekend now we're out hiking, we're doing things. And you know what? He's found someone who shares his interest as well. So, you know what? It was the best for everyone.
It's so funny, Gabby, because I've got a very good imagination, and I can clearly see you standing behind the couch just watching him I'm assuming he was wearing like a worn out pair of thongs with his feet up on the couch and just enjoying
Mr.
the
Chrissy's here.
Yeah, and I can see your face taking it all in and realising that this was not going to work.
Absolutely. You've nailed it. That was exactly the pose.
I just love it so much. Priceline Pharmacy voucher for you, Gabby.
Go to
and how
Gemma.
weird, both at the 2.5 year mark.
I know. It's like the mark where it's all over.
Yeah, absolutely,
Gemma, when
Gem.
did you know it was over?
Hi guys. I was dating my partner for about 1.5 years, and this was January last year. That December, my dad had passed away, so about a month prior. And I took him to the cemetery with me to see my dad for the first time since he had passed. We were there for 10, maybe 15 minutes, and he said, hey, like, we've been here too long, can we go get some lunch? And, yeah, I was just sitting there in the rain crying, like it was the first time I'd seen my dad since he'd been cremated. And he just said, I want to go get some lunch.
Wow.
And, like, let's go. And, yeah, I ended up breaking up with him that night. I called my friends and I was like, am I making the right decision? And they were just like, absolutely, bye. And then I broke up with him that night.
That is unbelievable. But the good news is he can go and eat whenever he wants on his own.
Correct.
Forever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Priceline Pharmacy voucher for you, Gemma. Susan, let's finish it up with you.
Hi, guys. Well, it was interesting. All of a sudden, my partner bought a brand new sports car, and I thought, oh, that's nice. And we've been having it in the driveway for a little while. And then all of a sudden, these fluffy little pillows appeared on each headrest. And I thought, okay, that's what I haven't bought your car. And I knew right then and there that this was the end. And it was another woman's way of telling me I'm in his life.
Fluffy, he was playing with someone else's fluffy pillows, Susan.
The Chrissy Swan Show. Chrissy's clickbait.
Mea culpa. That's Latin, if you don't hardly mind. I have told you a lie, Jack. A few weeks ago, I said when I was excited about the Barbie soundtrack, which features a song by Ryan Gosling, which I cannot wait to hear.
We were walking through the city of Sydney yesterday and you said, stop!
Yeah, I said, look at Gozza.
Look at Gozza. It was on a billboard or on a shop front.
Yeah, it was for a very fancy label.
Versace or something.
Maybe, yeah. Check out Gozza there. Hot.
He's looking good with his platinum blonde hair.
Yeah, he absolutely is and can sing. I want to hear the song on the soundtrack, but I did say that a blinding exclusion from the soundtrack is the world famous song by Aqua, Barbie Girl.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, why isn't that on there? Why isn't it? Well, it sort of is, but it's in a Trojan horse.
Right.
It's a dressed up sample in the Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice's song that's on the album. Have a listen.
Stop playing with them, Riot. And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a Ken. Like Jazzy, Stacy, Nikki. All of the Barbies is pretty. Damn. All of the Barbies is bad.
I mean, it's so good.
It's so good. And it also makes sense for Nicki Minaj because, you know, she calls her fans Barbs.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I was doing some research into why. Because Nicki sometimes in her early days did appear like a Barbie.
Yes, absolutely.
And she used to call herself Harajuku because she used to refer to herself as Harajuku Barbie back in the day on MySpace.
Ah.
When MySpace is huge and people used to identify as different
Oh my
Barbies.
God, that's 400 years ago.
I know. It's really stuck.
Nicki Minaj will not want to be carbon dating herself as someone who had a MySpace profile, let me tell you. Let's move on to Kylie Minogue, her song Padam Padam. We love
the best.
We were talking to like the god of Nova and he's like, oh, you know, it divides people. I don't know a single person who doesn't love this song.
It's a tune.
Well, she has surprised a stadium full of 80,000 festival goers. Wembley, if you don't hardly mind. She's dressed head to toe red with red sunglasses. She looks amazing. Everyone was so excited to see her.
Let's have a listen. And it's summer over in Europe at the moment, and as you know...
And this was part of the Pride Week festival, and my God, did they lap it up.
She has timed the release of this song at the perfect time with, like, everyone heading over to Europe, everyone hitting the clubs. Another gay anthem from Kylie.
I just love her. I just love her. And that brings us to the end of our... I mean, I could listen to that song every day, like for the rest of my life. That brings us to the end of our show. I hope you've enjoyed your public holiday. If you've had one, if you haven't, I'm sure what goes around comes around and you scoop it up during the year.
And we've been here with you.
We have indeed.
Now check this out. The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.